It is about a boy who gets a gaming set from with his dad, and that gaming set is actually from another boy. Like it was a stolen set, and this guy who's in coma went into coma while playing this game. So his memory is stored in that gaming set. And Sebastian Schultz finds this coma boy and like revives him.
Why did you consider this?
No,
So
he's
what
closer.
is the basic to this
You will
one?
not study.
Yes, I study, but
He legit said, I asked him to read and he's like, who studies English? I don't study.
That's why you drive other people mad. What is the basic? Like we have to talk about this. What is the basic this one behind this virtual truth?
it was
Selection towards game mad.
Technology, the advancement of technology.
Okay, and
there are some more games.
Let's see show passport. I read, it doesn't even show what you're writing. It's just what you're writing.
Just a verification.
marking things I want to.
Everyone has
I'm not going to log in into your mail. What will I email log in into your mail?
Yes.
There's nothing to do.
Now I have three-step verification.
Very good.
Yeah, I am sure no one wants to log in your mail.
My friends want
What is there in your mail?
some amazing names and some amazing ideas. for me.
Page 78 of text.
$78.
It's not exactly
It's
78.
already page 15 also.
Everyone is out there. No? They will get that position.
Yeah, this
Yes.
That's what I said. It's not exactly 78. You look at the this will not be 78 for this.
it's been 90, maybe 80s.
Alright, we're just talking about what age we are living in. It's an AI age, right?
Yeah.
And how we cannot differentiate between whether it's a real person or virtual person. So it has a habit of overlapping. And we are heading in such a direction now, even you see that I've not seen that movie, I've heard that movie, that a robot who falls in love with a robot, that Shahid Kapoor's movie, I don't know what it is.
अच्छा चीनी बातों में ऐसा हो जाए.
So if you see, she is a robot and like that is what we are heading to. Right? And we are living in a virtual world where AI will ultimately take over our world. So you will not be able to distinguish between what is real and what is virtual. That's what it is, and it is going to be dangerous. It's not going to be something which, like we'll be so dependent that our creativity will be absolutely zero. And we are less because we are the ones who created, because we are intelligent, we are the ones who created AI. But if you are allowing AI to overtake your world, that's going to be dangerous. Okay. And we are heading in that future, which is very scary. If you see, it's making our life very comfortable. But in that comfort level, we are forgetting to think for ourselves. Because everything has been done. Now, if you see any project which is given to you by school, you do a Google research. You don't use your own brains. You use a Google research. That is what it is, and it is injuring you only. Because if I don't use my brains, I will there is a situation which I will be stuck in, which I will not be able to get out. So what do people are doing? They are unable to get out. They are depressed. They go into depression. They commit suicide. Because that is going to ultimately, that is how it goes. Because the more we face problems, the more our brain teaches us how to survive those problems and how to get a solution for the problems. The more we take an easy way out, the more your brain is like doesn't function that way. That's true. A brain is not, it will not be used, and if your brain is not used, it will not know how to get out of situations which are dangerous for you. That's why it is. And if you really see, if you see strategically, if you see the consensus or you're taking the general statistics, if you see social interactions, what used to go out and play, children used to go out and play, has drastically reduced to this one. Why? Physically, you require physical exercise. One. Second, you are even that like, that environment stimulates a lot of problems and how you overcome that problems of ways. Even like certain situations, maybe the smallest situation, how to get out of the brain immediately supplies that answer. But if I'm forcing my brains to rely on a technology, it will not function how it's supposed to function in the normal world. That's why when your parents say that you need to go out, you need to interact more. Because in social interaction also teaches you how to get through certain things. That is what it is, and that's why it's a dangerous world which we are coming to. Because you will not have emotional support because friends are your emotional support. After the 10th, all of you are going in different directions. Every single person of you will be going in different colleges. Only few of you will be in the same college. But the contact between them will be only Facebook, Instagram, or your Snapchat and all that. That's what is going to be into. And some of your friends do fake it. Remember, it's like Instagram and all that, you can change. You can show what you are not. Correct? But that is not your relationship. So that is what is technology is doing to you. You don't form meaningful relations with anybody. And that meaningful relations is the only one which will help you in future. Because we are social animals. We are not lonely animals. If we were lonely, we would have been only in the four rooms of our house. We wouldn't have got out. That's it. That is what it is. Upbeat.
Sebastian, we are him.
He is supposed to be. Because he's sleeping.
No.
Yes.
We have a time.
Okay. Then I am doing it because
Sebastian Sol's isn't a name you come across every day, but there it was a large and a clear at the top of the newspaper article in front of me. The reader of the newspaper was a big woman. I couldn't see her face, but I could hear her easy breath. Miracle recovery. The headline ad said Sebastian Sons, a 14-year-old schoolboy from South London, awoke yesterday from coma that doctors feared might last forever.
okay. So what happened?
What happened?
He
What happened to
explained.
Sebastian?
He was in coma.
And why was he surprised? The narrator, why was the narrator surprised?
Because he
Yeah.
was a 14-year-old school boy.
It hasn't been disclosed yet.
The next line it does. And he's still
He still
sleeping.
hasn't read that.
I know, but he's still sleeping. He could have given you this one. He is sleeping now. I have not read, but I can still say why you wrote this.
You said that.
Please sit here.
Ah. What?
You can't help it, duster. What duster is it?
I hate the restaurant.
I have to say, I can grab and take it out.
You have a chapel.
Yeah, I can hit you with the slippers also. That is also there. Alright, so
It couldn't be. Shall I read?
read.
It couldn't be the Sebastian Sons I met. I leaned forward to
Leg. I lead like this. Like you are leaning right now.
I leaned forward to read the
Yes, because there was a lady and this lady was reading, he saw this headline and that attracted his attention. And so that lady is sitting like this, the old lady sitting and somebody is behind you and is leaning forward like this to see what is written in the article. After that,
Very, I was so funny.
I was very funny. Read.
6.
Read. Oh my god. Read.
You read that paragraph.
I know.
Okay. 6 weeks ago, Sebastian Sons was badly injured in a motorway accident. His condition on arrival at the general hospital was described as critical, but still, despite doctors' hope, the boy did not regain consciousness.
Consciousness.
His parents were informed that their son was in coma. At a press conference, Mr. Schultz said, the doctor were doing all they could, but in our hearts we knew we needed a miracle. Now that miracle has happened. At that moment, the woman had moved. I suddenly saw the photograph that went with the story and gasped. The boy in the picture was Sebastian. There was no doubt. But how? I muttered. Sebastian Schultz, the boy. What is ID?
I I I that means I had contractions with it.
I I got to know so well recently, had apparently been in a coma for all that time. I felt nervous, uncertain. I didn't make any sense at all. I stared out of the train window and ran through the events in my head. It had all started a month ago. Dad and I had spent the entire Saturday afternoon at the computer fair.
Okay, so he recognized what the son is. He recognized him. He says, how is that possible? Because this person who's in coma, I have never met him physically. Correct? He's never met him physically, but he recognized that photograph of him. And now the story is revealed. Like he had gone to this computer fair, and there his they were spent they picked up a computer from there. Alright. So that's all. Anything which you have not understood here, it's a very clear story. It's not very complicated story. Clear? Alright.
That's nutty about computers. He got a printing
Nutty.
That's
Arey, you say nutty.
crazy about has a
Yeah.
passion for.
Like I will say you go and sometimes you can do a nut for certain games.
He got a Pentium 150 mH processor, fit to 56 of RAM, a 1.2 GB hard disk drive, and 16 speed CD-ROM, complete with speakers, a printer, a modem, and a scanner. It can do anything: paint, play music, create displays. Even when my homework's rubbish, it looks fantastic. Best of all,
Short form for you all. Why? Because you do group projects.
256 GB RAM and 1.2 GB hard disk.
Yes. So no, like last time is for you. You want to-
Ma'am, I'm fast.
Even when my homework's rubbish, it looks fantastic.
I do not know where it is.
That's what I'm saying. If you're doing it online, the rubbish homework also will look fantastic.
what is a modem?
If you
Then why can there be a CPU, or central processing unit?
the whole system is your this the part of it. Yeah.
Best of all are the games: Tornado, Me Babash, Black Belt, Clearance Castle, Kylie's Castle. I have played them all with the screen so big and the volume up loud, it almost feels as if you are inside the games, battling it out with the Zs or Ps, twisters or whatever.
Okay, so basically, if you have ever been to a gaming room, you know all these things. It's literally 3D, like you feel like you are
We
inside
have
the
a big
game.
monitor, like
Yes.
2 or 3 TVs.
Yes.
Technology was advancing every day, and that couldn't resist any of the new gadgets or gizmos that came on the market. That was why we went to the computer fair. We came away with a virtually reality visor and glove, and a handful of the latest interactive psycho rankings. They are terrific. Not only will the visor and glove change what you see, but better than that, you can control the action by what you're thinking. Well, cool.
Okay, so have you understood this? You so definitely have understood. I don't have to tell you what a psycho drive means. Drive.
It's given.
I know, that's why I want to pay attention.
Driven by mental power.
Yes.
Yes.
So technology is going to make you drive you mentally insane.
When we got them, I remember some of them were not new. Anyway, back at home, I launched my script into my first of the game. It was called Wild West. That's what I like about computers. The more futuristic they get, the better you can understand the past. I wasn't standing in the converted loft the power base, as Dad calls it anymore. I was really there, striding down the dusty track through the center of town. There was a sheriff's badge pinned onto my shirt.
Alright, you've been to gaming zones?
Yes.
No, I'm sorry, not gaming zone. Games are this one. Game zone?
Yeah.
Time
Time
zone.
zone.
Time zone. I forgot the name. If you read the time zone, there is ship there. Where you kind of a ship which you sit on it and
You
you
sit
wear
on it
that
and then
wear
play
those.
and play that.
You
So
play
VR,
the-
VR.
VR, you see, you
VR
VR
is like
effects.
steering wheel.
Yeah, you feel like you are into the game. It's exactly like that.
It is that.
Okay, it's exactly like that. Like imagine you are inside the game because he virtually could be inside that game. Wild Wild West. Alright, this is the game's game, and when he put it on, he's not in the loft, that room where his dad had set up all this. He was like immediately inside the game where the Wild Wild, like with authentic saloons and all that. You know how Wild Wild West, if you have seen this kind of
Okay, okay, like that.
yes.
As I burst into the swing doors
Name
of
of it is a old.
the saloon, everyone went silent and glared at me. I strode over to the bar. Sarsaparilla,
What is Arsa Palela? Palela.
A carbonated drink flavored with sarsaparilla.
It's a root which is aerated in drink.
I said, and a glass of fizzy red stuff came sliding around the bar towards me. As I took a sip, I heard a loud crash. I spun round. There, silhouetted in the doorway, was a black-eyed jet, the fastest gun in the West. This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Sheriff Dawson, he drawled, and fingered his guns lightly. Outside, just you and me.
So he is who? Which character is he?
Sheriff Dawson.
Dawson. Okay. He is Sheriff Dawson. The narrator is the Sheriff Dawson. And this other person is Black Eyed Jet. Okay. Who's Black Eyed Jet?
The guy was
Fastest gun in the West. That means who shoots very fast. Fastest gun in the West is the phrase used for a person who can shoot very fast. Okay. And he's saying that he's challenging him. The town is not big enough for both of us in it. So he's saying, come out. Okay. And they are having now, if you remember Wild Wild West, it is basically they had like these people who they don't dislike each other, they will have a shooting match with each other, and whoever survives is the winner. Understood? That's why they made it into a game. Yeah, because we love shooting games. Yeah, I can see the expression. And you say my expression was funny. You think I recorded your expression.
I can remember.
Do you know
the
there
name.
is a VR? If you use or die in that game, it will give you a parrot and you will die.
Which is like it was this blue shark or something was there which gave us
Shark.
something blue something it was
No, not blue shark.
something related
That
to
too,
blue.
yes, shark.
That is what they give you challenges like that and
And
yeah,
the 100 challenges kill your parents.
yes. So
And
that
that's
how
it.
kill yourself over this one. There was one game recently which I heard where he went and into the shark, he jumped into the shark infested water in reality. So that's how. Why? Because that person got addicted to it, and that's what it is talking about. Virtual reality is not reality in your mind. That's why you go psycho. It's like it affects your mental health. Understood. That's why we say that over reliance on anything is dangerous.
Games are not bad, but addiction of games is bad.
Yes, but that's what I said. You do never know how when you will get addicted.
A 9-year boy killed his mother because she scolded him not to play the game.
That's what I
Yeah,
said.
there was a video. He was sitting on the bed and watching the phone, and his mother took away the phone, and she quietly started eating the food. And then she turned around for a second. That boy with the bat came and hit on his mother's head very badly, and she fell down.
Yeah.
And that's when he took the phone and started playing again.
Yeah.
Doesn't care.
He
He just
doesn't
started
care.
playing again.
That's what it is. That's
And he
what,
was just so much. It's a night hour.
that's what I'm saying. How addictive games are.
The reason.
You never know. You think it's only a game now I'm playing and I'm just fun. But you never know how when you get hooked to it. That is the problem. Any game,
Even to a device, in fact, not just a game, even to a device.
anything in life, addiction to anything, you become obsessive over it. And any obsession is not good. Even addiction to food is not good if you see. Overeating will make you obese and you will all have all the problems related to that. So that is the thing, any kind of addiction. But here now we are talking, we are advancing in a such a space that we are getting addicted to technology, which is harmful. And that's what they said.
Game addiction started from 2017 because
See?
of PUBG.
Yeah, so that's what PUBG was also supposed to be banned.
It is bad,
Yeah,
but then new versions came BGM.
that's what I said. That again is somewhere there's a lot of violence in there.
And influencers also influence the people how to play these games.
Gaming is a career as well.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
There's a
YouTubing is a career, gaming is a career. But as I'm saying that, like you know, you are like when you get addicted, it is harmful. So coming to this,
I can remember a day, it was during school. I finished my bill, slammed the glass, down on the bar. Jared already left the city. All eyes were on me again. I wondered what sort of score I was notching up. Your chance.
notching up is
Watching.
gathering.
Watching.
No, that is Hindi word notching. I should scratch you. Notching in a Hindi word for scratch. Notching up is basically how much I will score.
Let's have a game.
Your chance.
All at once, something strange happened. Up to that point, the game had been pretty much as I expected. But when the second sheriff appeared through the back door, shouting and waving his arms about, I realized that the game was more complicated. Don't go out, the second sheriff shouted. And who are you? I asked. He wasn't like the other characters in the saloon. Uh, for a start, he was about my age, and though he looked like a computer image, he somehow didn't move like money.
Excuse me. What is a saloon have? We jump into that.
It is an old time of place like during what do you say cowboy era or something that people used to meet in these places.
Yes. The room is where you should drink and eat some snacks and
It
all
is
that.
not this.
It is not a barber saloon.
Power.
Because I imagine you and saloon queens who think that it is barber
No,
saloon.
he even acted. He even
That's
acted.
what I'm saying. It is a place where they would have drinks and they would meet their friends.
Why would that?
This is called a saloon. This is like where they have drinks and they would like have some snacks or something like that.
I have houses.
Kids close. So why do you want to give it to somebody else's house?
It's not a house.
It is not how it is a
It's
vendor
a
actually.
road.
Road, so why you want that's the reason they shut it, no?
No.
So that you don't peep out.
Realize that and
Peep out means look out, not fall out.
and
Sorry, you learning English or you learning?
for Captain America.
You're Captain America and tell your Captain America like you.
Start reading. I want to
Read.
finish this.
There is no time to explain. He shouted, "Just follow me." I did what I was told. We raced down a corridor.
Corridor.
Corridor, and then through a door. We ran past as some men came out through another door. Come on, shouted the other sheriff. We went on through another door and another and ended up back in the saloon. No, screamed the second sheriff. Then he ran to the back of the saloon and dived through the window. By the time I climbed out after him, he was really sitting on a horse.
Already sitting. Not
Already.
really.
He was already sitting.
Horse.
Sitting on horse. Jump up, he cried. Why he cried?
He didn't cry. He shouted.
Cried.
Cried is also way of saying shouted.
Then why do you say cried? I'm confused.
That's what I'm telling you. CRIED version of cried. Here it means shouted. It depends on the context of the statement. Here he is sitting on the horse and he shouted, jump up. That means come and sit on the horse. It depends on the context. He cried he wailed and he cried. When he said that means he is literally in tears and he's screeching over his voice.
Means it can be like giving order.
Yes. Stop irritating me, she cried. So that means she's ordering not to irritate her. I have not changed my gender. So I am her only.
Can I read instead? Please,
Or you will start crying very soon.
Come on, Swaraj, you have to finish this today. Come on, come on, come on. Swaraj, come on.
He kicked the horse and we spread off in a cloud of dust. Who are you? I asked him. But the second sheriff didn't answer. He didn't see the poses.
Posey of Posey.
Swaraj, I can read first or either I
What does posey of men mean?
I don't know.
Group of men.
I don't know.
Posey of men is a group of men.
I don't think we'll be able to
We are talking about these men on the horseback. They are following him, right? He's running out from the saloon and he says, don't go out because that person probably may have shot him and he would have died in the game. So he said, what he said, his other sheriff, that other sheriff is who he read about? Who he read about, who was out of coma?
Sebastian.
Sebastian. So the other sheriff is Sebastian. This I'm giving you beforehand. Understood? And he says you jump up and like he's trying to escape, but he couldn't escape. That's why he jumped out of the window. There was a horse there. They're running, and these people are following him. Posey of men is basically the group of men who are on the horse.
Speeding after us. Keep your head down, he said. At that moment, the sound of the gunshot echoed round the air. The second sheriff groaned and slumped back against me. Ahead of me, in the bright neon lights, came message: game over. As I slipped off this visor.
Visor. Is that BR effect? What you have this? You have this kind of glasses you wear, right? Is that this kind of just enclosed? So like that. So once you take down the visor, you exit the game.
Visor, the empty desert disappeared. And I
Disappeared.
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 Ah.
And I found myself back in the power
This
base.
is what then happened.
I took off the glove and headphones. I glanced at the score on the screen, 21,095. Then I noticed the printer had come on. I picked up the piece of paper from the tray. On top was a picture of the second sheriff. This time, though, he was wearing jeans and a sweatshirt. Printed across the bottom was a message: "I'm stuck. Please help to retrieve me."
Retrieve.
Try.
Try Dragon Quest.
I want to try something. Wait.
Okay, so basically, he's saying,
Why? Why? Hey, you need to close the screen when it will start.
I'm sorry.
And close that tab. It is necessary.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes. Now we can.
It's my chance anyways.
alright, so here immediately when he got over, this was the score which he has scored. And on the printer, the message came that I am in Dragon Quest. You come and say, retrieve me is get me out. You retrieve something as in when you are like you forgot something at home and you plan to retrieve it back, or you forgotten something somewhere and you have to get it back. So
We forgot the
retrieve.
formula and we are trying to retrieve it.
No.
Yes, it can be.
It's a
It can
movable
be.
physical thing, not an idea.
Got it.
Finish till 40, then I read 20.
I wanted to go straight into the game, Yet suggested, but it was already half an hour after lights out. Next morning, I was up and back on the computer, and was soon walking through the massive studded doors of the Dragon's Castle Lane.
Castle.
Castle. Correct, yeah?
Lair. What is the castle lair?
Castle.
What is a lair?
She will answer.
I don't know. What do you mean you answer the question?
Where the dragon lives.
But then why is it castle?
So the Hogwarts, it's a huge three-headed dragon. You haven't watched Hogwarts.
Bus. That's what you do.
Come on, with the
The
finish
aim of
this
the game
first.
was simple. I had to rescue the fair princess Aura.
Aura.
Aurora.
No, it is not Aurora.
It is Aurora. Aurora.
Aurora. Aurora. Ah.
He just said Aurora.
From the vector dragon and collect the
Too much own language.
creatures.
Creature.
Creature.
Why the creature comes in creature?
Shit.
The treasure along the way. I tied.
I had already got.
I had already got loads by the time I reached the princess. Who had been
Who had been
imprisoned at the top of tall tower. She was young woman with long golden plates. Cinderella.
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel. My hero, she squealed. Take me away
What does
from
squeal mean?
Chillai.
Thank you.
Chillai.
You like chillai only in English. Not scream, not shouted, but chillai.
Chillai. Chillai.
Right. Your marks also will be chillai only.
We have to finish it today. Keep on going.
Take me away from all this.
You've got bonkers. What is it? I don't know what is up.
Behind me, I could.
You go for it, cracker.
Behind me, I could hear the dragon roaring. Rescue me now, the princess said urgently. Never mind her. Came a voice, and the second night appeared from the wardrobe. How can
Correct.
How can
What did he?
He told him to retrieve me from dragon lair, right? So he's supposed to retrieve him, not the princess.
You continue. You understand it.
It's me who needs rescuing.
Okay, my chance. Sebastian, I said. The second I nodded. Quick, he said. While they're still there. And with a pair of scissors, he chopped off the two long plates of the princess. Then he tied them together, fixed one end around the bedpost, and threw the other end out of the window. Now he screamed as he leaped from the window and down the heather. At that moment, the dragon appeared. I gasped, and leapt to it. As I lowered myself down, I felt the dragon spiraling. Across the moonlit battlements, we ran down a spiral staircase and through a secret passage on the other side of tapestry. And the whole time I could hear and feel, even smell this evil dragon following in close pursuit. The dungeons. Sir Sebastian cried out. There are only hope. We went down, the cold stone steps, swords drawn. Suddenly the dragon appeared at the end of the corridor. Before we even had time to run around, the dragon was upon us. I swung my sword, but it was no good. The dragon was only arrested in Sebastian, and there was nothing I could do to prevent it from escaping.
What is
What is
battlement?
tapestry and
One minute. What is battlement? One at a time. What is battlement?
Battle.
What is that?
Captain America.
Very nice. Throw you down.
What did you seriously get so good marks in English after doing all of this?
I got 70. It is not a bad score.
How, ma'am? How?
Even I have to go and validate. Battlements is
The
the
war type of thing.
correct. It's
So
the
I don't know
castle
battle.
wall. It is the castle wall.
Castle. Like castle.
शिवाजी महाराज का कोट देखा
Ah, great.
अरे ना देखा ना
Yes, yes.
उसकी जो दीवारें होती है जहाँ पे हम लोग क्या तोपे डालते हैं करेक्ट you see when with the cannons correct
You made an English teacher teach you in Hindi.
that is what it is your see the that's where I have sung to you understood where the
Yes.
Jesus put the cannons those are your battlement walls
Oh,
so
that.
yes so your walls the outer walls of the castle are battlements because that's where the soldiers stand and keep cannons to protect the castle. That is your battlement. Now coming to the what you wanted tapestry. Tapestry are your curtains. Okay? Tapestry, TABS here. So basically, you know this if you have seen Brave, you see the mother making a huge portrait Anyway, that is the third, let's take it as curtains. Alright?
Pursuit.
Pursuit is like running after them. Okay, trying to catch them.
Following.
Following them. Close pursuit is basically is or rather running after them in full speed.
Going over.
This
This
not
time.
like that. Game over.
Yeah, that's too much of edit.
This time, the message in the printer said, better luck next time. Please don't give up, Michael. Otherwise, I'll have to stay in there forever. Try jailbreak. I think it might work. Cheers, friend. I didn't even bother to read the rules of jailbreak before going in. I knew that my task would be to rescue a boy. And sure enough, my cellmate was prisoner 02478. Shucks. I've got to get out of here, Sebastian sighed. Are you going to help? Of course, I said. Have you got a plan? Stupid question. With the help of a skeleton swipe card, we were soon out of the cell and racing down the corridors. Silence reigned, guard dogs howled, heavy boots came tramp. Behind us, steel bed doors slammed shut.
Bad.
Bad.
Steel barred doors slammed shut. We dodged the guards, we fled the dogs, we waited till the staircase and found it up.
Okay, so you know the skeleton swipe card is what? You go to a hotel, right? You go to a hotel, you have a swipe cards, right? You have to put the insert the swipe card was the electricity now that is card. Even the skeletons is the master card, which the wait, like the wait, the rooms, this one attendants they have. Because when they clean the room, they use that card to enter your room. Otherwise, the room is locked.
Okay, so that one.
Understood. That's what the skeletons swipe card. This is the game card. So similarly, they have this type of card there, and that's what. And this is a scenario where you're talking about where they're escaping the jail, right? So guards, dogs, and everybody are basically running behind them, and they're dodging. You play dodgeball, you know how to play dodgeball, right?
I don't play it all.
On the roof, Sebastian looked around and glanced at his watch hands. It should be here by now. What I said? That, said Sebastian pointed. A helicopter is leaving. That was my idea, said Sebastian, excited. If only it would go a bit faster. At that moment, the door behind us burst open. 12 guards with vicious dogs were standing there. The next instant, the dogs were heard killing towards us, all bare teeth and rippling jaws. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Sebastian take a step backwards. No, I screamed. But it was too late. The boy had slipped and was stumbling back through the air. Down to the concrete block came over the odds.
Okay. So what have you not understood? Hurtling towards means running towards with full speed. Hurtling is running with full speed. Okay. Jowl is the lower jaw. Okay. Remember that like when the dogs are very vicious, very fierce.
The
They,
saliva
yeah, saliva comes out and they keep on growling and all that. So that scenario and he got scared, fell down. So again, because he fell down, game over.
They are spread, so they attack on each other.
Right. So this is what the real life scenario is in the AI.
Come on, I only have to read till you. Only till 8. You're done with 3 You can do it.
Yeah, let's do.
Come on, see, you have to finish it now. Do it faster.
As I remove my visor.
Arey yaar,
Visor.
Pause line started laughing.
Visor.
Visor. I looked in the printer tray. This time it was empty. I felt really bad. I tweeted Sebastian. I played the game. It was only later when the scenes began to fade in my memory that appeared to me the Sebastian search was the game. Started. Although I went back to the Strangely, although I went back to the Wild West, Dragon Quest and Jailbreak and Dragon Quest and Jailbreak. After that, I never met up with Sebastian again. Then yesterday, I heard from Sebastian. In the printed tree was a sheet of paper. Can we have one last read? It's I
Try, not tree.
think 3.
One
I
last
should
try.
try. I think the helicopter was the right idea. There's got to be some kind of an account going to war zone.
Kind of accident.
What I'm reading right now. No. If this doesn't work, I won't
Arya used a
bother.
very nice class, I swear.
If this doesn't work,
I go into the war zone.
I read that.
Do you want me to read for you?
No. If this doesn't work, I won't bother you again. Cheers, sir. I couldn't tell which war zone we were in. It was a city somewhere. The tall buildings were windowless and built with holes. Riddled! JK. Machine gun fired, raped the sky, walls tumbled, bombs exploded. All I knew was the Sebastian and I had to make it to that helicopter in one piece. We ran across a no man land of rubble and smoke, dodging sniper fire. At the fire and we went through a door in a wall. The helicopter was on the ground, waiting for our arrival. Please st- started to run, but the tank fire set us scurrying back to the wall. A jeep, Sebastian shouted to me and nodded at a vehicle nodded at a vehicle parked by the road. He jumped in the turn, the ignition key and revved up the engine.
Rev, do you know what is rev? You
Yes.
turn the key and you yes.
Start then.
And jumped in.
Whatever not understood over.
I climbed into the.
I climbed into the passenger seat and we were off. A tank was hurtling up us. Suddenly, Sebastian slammed on brakes, and sent the jeep skidding into a spin.
Left clear.
I was going to read speed.
Okay.
I left clear and jumped into the helicopter. The helicopter started to go upwards. I looked around. Sebastian wasn't there. Wait, I shouted at the pilot. I looked back. The jeep had stopped, but Sebastian had got out. Come on, I yelled.
I didn't got out.
I didn't got out. Come on, I yelled. But Sebastian was sitting as if his body had been turned to stone. The tank crashed into the jeep. Sebastian was thrown into the air. Round and round he tumbled. Closer to the helicopter, he landed with a third just below the hatch. I pulled him up. As he sat down beside me, the helicopter soared into the sky. I do it. I had done it. I had rescued Sebastian at last before I had a chance to say anything to him. Though the helicopter flew into the thick cloud, I had turned everything blinding white. I couldn't see a thing until game over faster.
Yes.
You are done with reading for the entire session. Thank you.
What entire
You have understood this?
Yes.
Any confusion? No.
No.
Good and good.
When I moved the visor, the screen was touching a score of
40 lakhs.
40 lakhs. Yes.
4
Once 10, 100,000, another lakh, 10 lakh, crore, 4 crore.
exactly 4 crores. I hit the jackpot. I had finally cracked the game. At least that was what I thought then. Now I knew that Sebastian Schultz, the boy from the game, I really did exist. I had seen the proof in the newspaper. But I wondered, how? I wondered as I got off the train. At home, I checked the net. I wanted to learn more about the miraculous recovery story. I found that I was looking for quickly enough. I found what I was looking for quickly enough. Apparently, at the time of the accident, Sebastian was using his laptop to play one of the same Psycho Red games that I had got. My heart pounded furiously. What if because Sebastian had been plugged into the computer when he banged his head in the accident, the computer had saved his memory in its own? And then what if the weird version of the game I had been drawn into had already eventually tried that memory? After all, that always says about the memory of the computer. It can never forget Michael, nothing ever gets lost. But even if it was possible that Sebastian's memory had been stored on this, how would it end up on my computer? Scrolling down the article, I found a possible explanation. Answering the reporter's question as to what the family was going to do next, Mr. Schultz said that they were off to stock up on some games. It was while we were in the hospital, someone stole the lot. I don't know what happened to them. It said quietly. I said quietly. They ended up at a computer fair and we bought them. I left the net and checked my email. There was one from Sebastian. With trembling fingers, I clicked in and read the message. Dear Michael, thank you. I'm not sure how it happened, but thanks. He saved my neck. Let's meet up soon. Cheers, Seb. Please keep the games. We are on. I shook my head. A real message from the real Sebastian Schultz. We both knew that by reliving the accident, something wonderful that had happened. But then again, now that there are two advanced intelligence on Earth, who can say what is and what isn't possible? What I know is this: everything that I have described is true virtually. We finished our English portion.
Have
Yeah.
you understood the chapter? We
Yeah.
are full-fledged. You rushed through it. Have you understood it? You have understood it what?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened?
Game over.
Law game will be over soon. What happened?
This class is only 6:30, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. What happened?
Then ma'am have a class from 6:30 to
Oh my.
8:30.
Yes.
Yeah, basically there's this guy Michael.
Explain the last part of it because you have that is the very theme of the lesson.
Yeah. So basically, after he read the, he went through his entire memory again, and he figured out that Sebastian Fitch was a real guy who had met in the game, and he had come back out of a coma. Now he started figuring out that how had if he had been in a coma, how did Michaels find him in a game? He went through articles and he very quickly found what he was looking for, and he found out that. Gathered that Michael was playing a game before was playing a game just before this accident, and in the accident his memory might have gone into the computer disk. And now these games while kept at the hospital were stolen, which he found out through an interview. Then he figured out that these games were bought by him, and that is why in these games he found Sebastian Church asking to help him to get his memory. And he figured that out, and then he had helped him, and then he checked his email. He went off the net and checked his email, and he found out that Sebastian had written him a thank you note and said we should catch up soon. And after that, he figured out that, and he also remembered that his dad had told him that anything lost in the computer always stays in the memory, it never gets lost. After that, he figured out there are two advanced intelligence on Earth, and nothing can be figured out that what is possible and what is not, and that is how he knows that everything that he is virtual.
No one understood. Sorry, you have not understood most of it.
Now you can go back for Surat. I'm happy we finished the chapter. Now I can have a picture of this.
You have to go run through that.
Mom, if I wouldn't have run, you would have still been on the first page.
But that's how our lessons are done.
But we understood it. Lessons have a build-up story, so it's easy to understand.
Yeah, right. And it's a question and right, wrong and come wait and watch. If I don't take your up.
It's getting the duster out, but you will understand. Should we start MCB?
No.
I don't think you are in a position to say no.
I will.
Why?
Where are you
And
going?
who gave you that permission that you are in the position to answer?
No.
We have 17 minutes. What are you going to do?
No, we have just 7 minutes because class is getting over at 6:20.
Yes.
It's-
Then we decide what we do tomorrow at least from this.
Yeah.
Then we do the education, start with education.
Should we start full days because MCB के first 3 and 4 units have already come in. Like we already gone through.
Okay, so we can start with 6 and go down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you going?
on the first page.
Keep your bag ready, please.
So we start from 6. We go back to
Bring your MCB if you're coming tomorrow.
unity in diversity.
More picture.
Okay, come here. Good chapters, unity in diversity.
We'll just read through them, right?
You read through them, we'll ask this one. In between, yeah, I'll ask you certain questions. Because
You won't come tomorrow, I'm so sure. I'm the only one coming tomorrow.
What is this?
this is, I think it's Tamil or
Why they have given
no, not this is Milesul Mira Kumara when they will sang that song, no? So this is various languages. If you see, you have Hindi, Kashmiri, you started with Hindi, then you go to Kashmiri, then you go went to Urdu. This is Urdu. Then you went to Punjabi. Then you went to Sindhi. This is then you went to
Sindhi,
Sindhi. This is Sindhi. This is then it is
Tamil,
Tamil,
Tamil, Kannada,
Kannada, Telugu. Okay,
Malayalam,
Malayalam. Then
Bengal, Bangla.
Bangla is this.
Yes.
Then Assamese,
Assamese.
Oriya, Gujarati is this.
Yeah. This is Marathi.
Yes, Marathi. Understood. So this is the lyrics of Millet Mera Tamam. And it's a beautiful, beautiful song. If you see, if you have ear, Durdarshan, you never, I don't know, in the whole life since you're born, you've never seen
I've
it.
heard about
Seen
it.
the
It was very popular during
But did
parents.
you hear this Millet Mera Tamam? It's a beautiful, beautiful
I've
song.
seen Ramayana to
That's what I'm saying.
I can read this.
Ravin this.
Yeah, we are done with literature. Or please come tomorrow. I don't want to be the only one coming.
Yes.
6 minutes song.
Yeah, it's a beautiful song.
We have 4 minutes.
Iconic.
Oh, yeah.
No, but the lyrics are so big. You're talking about all yes, very nice.
The language.
What's the languages? What is the river? River also flows from every direction but comes and comes and mixes with the ocean. It's a very beautiful song. You see, the ultimately after the country is India, right? India are different communities, but all the communities come together and this one. This is the Kashmir.
Oh, tractor.
Farmers in this land.
No, no, same. We skipped it. Because SD dash.
All prominent actors and singers at that particular time.
It's just common. Malayalam is very good. This is
The message is very good.
Mm.
Rhymes are there, are very good. So, yeah, and initially it was there. Calcutta.
This is really Asami right now is and she's in now who what those people in minutes.
Song. National integration it talks about, but that's the beauty of this song. Alright, bye bye. I also.
I'm see you tomorrow morning.
Bye, ma'am.
Alright, are we planning to grace the occasion tomorrow? My Swaraj.
I don't
He
know.
won't come, he's scared his mom will make him sit again.
No.
You finished your renovation, na?
Because my uncle's opening is there.
Grand, your uncle's grand opening is there. Your uncle's grand opening is there.
Shop's opening is there.
Ah.
So I'm mega.
You can